Greetings, everybody. This is another question and answer video. First question: how do you feel about interracial marriage? My answer is very simple. Love goes beyond race, religion, and all these things that separate us. People can love whomever they choose. Love has no boundaries, no limitation in terms of looking at it at a macro level. For me personally, I'm married to a black man. I'm married to a Jamaican man. That is my choice. And if I had to do it all over again, I would do it. And God forbid that I would ever be in a position again where I would think or reconsider getting married again. I would be married to another black man. It's easier for me. It's better for me. I think it's what's right for me. And that's what it is ultimately. It is going to be what's right for you. So if you're a black man or a black woman and you want to be married to a white man or woman, that is your personal choice. And usually when these questions come up, they're not really asking you, when they say interracial marriage, they're not talking about black and Indian or black and Chinese. It's usually black and white. For some reason, I don't know. These two groups of people, in the world, they seem to be at odd, but they always come back. There's such the other races of the world must feel uncomfortable when you always see these talks about, black and white as if they don't exist. But that's what it is. Question is really asking, how do you feel about a black man and a white woman, or, a black woman and a white man? That's really, or vice versa. Anyway, I don't care. I have three daughters, however. And if they were to ask me who I think would be the best partner for them, I would say someone who loves you, someone who treats you very well. And if they say, well, what race? I said, well, obviously you're a black person. That should be your first choice, to continue to build a black family, to see the black family grow. But I can't tell them who to marry. I'm not going to tell my daughters who should be their choice. They have to decide that because they're the ones who are going to live with the consequences. However, I want them to marry someone who's going to love them and treat them with respect and so on and so forth. And if that comes in the form of another race, then that is their life. I don't like to meddle into people's personal life like that. I don't want to tell people how to live their life, man. You do what is best for you. Now, if a black man loves a white woman, I don't want him for my husband because he doesn't love black women. If he wants to be with a woman, I don't want to be his rebound person, because if his preference is a white woman, that's who he's going to be with. And when he's married to me, he's going to be looking and lusting at white women. And I can't stop men from lusting. But if I know up front this is your preference, if you've never dated another black woman all your life, and all these people you've dated are different from me, why am I going to waste my time with you? Marry whomever you please. I love a black man. I am married to one, and I hope to keep it that way. You do you. But there's also something else that I have to add. Sometimes black men who are interested in white women make comments that are not truthful or not very kind. But those individuals, I feel sorry for them, because when a black man is going to speak disparagingly about a black woman, that tells you that he's ashamed of himself. If your mother's a black woman and you choose to say these horrible things about black women, then the problem lies with you. And I feel sorry for that white woman who's going to be married to you anyway, because she's going to be married to somebody who doesn't know himself, who has no respect for himself. You take him and clean him up and fix him and let him be your problem. I don't really care. Next question. How do you feel about oral sex? That's another question that is so loaded, because what people choose to do in the privacy of their bedroom is none of my business. You can't tell people what to do with their life. I don't want to bring you into my bedroom and tell you these private things about my intimate moment with my love partner. That is our personal business. And I can't tell you what to do with yourself. That is your thing. We are sexual beings, and people want to explore the body and find pleasure in different parts of the body. That is their prerogative. I can't tell you what to do, and I'm not going to tell you what I am into, if that's the question, if that's what that question is. I believe in love in all forms, and I am very open to experimenting and loving my partner and sharing my body and mind and soul in intimate ways. Next question. What would you do if you won the lottery? I have a video on that you could go on and hear how I would spend my money. But for all intents and purpose, I would want to use my money to do good. Any charity that I'm involved in would be looking out for kids, their emotional, their physical, their spiritual well-being. So any contributions I make towards any organization would definitely be benefiting children. That is my passion. That's where my excitement lies. Of course, I want to go to Africa, and I wouldn't just want to go to one place. I'd want to go to several places in Africa. That would take money to be able to spend time, to not just run for a week, but to really spend some time there, a few months in one place, for example. So I'd want to travel to Africa and, find out more about my roots. And I would give back, as I said, to kids in different ways. The thing is, I'm saying that when you win the lottery, sometimes I'm afraid to even think of winning a large sum of money and make that something very public, because all kinds of people will be coming out of the woodwork. You can be bet your bottom dollar that if you win money, all of a sudden all kinds of people are coming out of the woodwork. Relatives that are long lost, friends that you haven't heard from, you know, that kind of thing. So if I was to win money, I'd want to keep it very private. And I would use this opportunity to tell individuals, don't call me, I will call you. Because if you're not someone who's been involved in my life, who've seen me in the roller coaster ride, seen my ups and my downs, and every time I turn around, you're there, you would not get a dime from me, not a penny. Because my charity from now on is not going to be towards people that I know. It's going to go be to people that I don't know, because it is the truest form of giving when you're able to give to individuals without expecting anything in return. I've done that other type of charity, and it wasn't true charity, because when they turn their backs on you, you feel hurt. You should be able to give and expect nothing in return. And the only people I can do that to are strangers. Don't call me. I would not give a dime to some individuals in my life that I know. Friendships are built on what you can do for individuals these days, and I don't need those kind of friendship. And I am so tired of fair weather friendships. So these individuals that I used to consider to be my friends, I now see them as acquaintances. And when we stumble into each other, I'm warm, I'm welcome. I'm not very inviting, because I'm not really getting people in my space to come and, you know, sell me their lies anymore. But I still love them. I still care about them. Want the best for them, happy for them when I hear great things happening in their lives. But I wouldn't give friends. I there's a few individuals that I think if I was able to change their life, I would, if I won money. But these are the individuals, like I said before, when I look around, they're there. I can't tell you how to spend your money. You've got to find something that is important to you, that is meaningful to you. And if you need to use money to buy friendship, then that's your prerogative. How do you feel about individuals who abandon you when you're in need. It's kind of the same thing. It's the same question. Like, you can't really force people to be who you want them to be. You just have to accept them and move on. Because these things just leave you heartbroken and bitter. You just have to love yourself, man. Love yourself first. Love yourself. Find a way to love yourself. If there's any message I can give, don't expect too much from people. Human beings, they're frail, they're weak, and they get bored very easily. And we always want some kind of thing to keep us going, to, you know, keep us entertained. If that's what you want, find individuals who are like you to keep you entertained. Don't expect anything from people. Make peace with yourself. Be blessed, everybody. Think on these things.